melody. My melody, it's quite good. Yeah, bet you. Anybody who knows all those songs, type them down in the comment section below, and you'll get a free cookie. Trust me on this one. Yes, it's me, back from the dead, after feasting on the souls of 1,000 dead men. I decided to come back from the grave and tell you all, 2020, go fuck yourself. Yes, I'm here finally to give my full thoughts on 2020. And you know what? This has probably been the last 5 years have been the worst years of my entire life. Well, that's your teenage years, isn't it? I turned since 2015, the world has just been absolute gobshite. Maybe it's just me looking back at my childhood years. It's all been exams, coursework, Orange Man, Brexit, all these things, COVID-19, social distancing, riots in America over racial inequality instead of talking to each other and making each other. Okay, so this year has been terrible. Okay, so January, we all remember January. We were all hopeful. I was so young back then. I was so full of hope. And I didn't have a full lock of hair at all back in January of... Yeah, of course there was World War III was going to happen. We all made memes. We all joked about that. I went and saw Harley Quinn Birds of Prey February time. And we had a very funny thing. It was quite nice, though we didn't get to do any gigs this year because, somebody can get over their marital problems. Somebody didn't bother to turn up and just basically quit halfway through the year. But yeah, we were so full of life back then. I watched Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. It was an alright movie. I don't get why they made Black Mask sexist, though. If they took away the sexist kind of thing, because you could tell a female-centric story and not have it be about sexism. Okay, I know it's important message, but maybe don't make Black Mask one of the most interesting, a Batman villain. Many people like Black Mask, and Black Mask is just turned... And Ewan McGregor is just wasted as Black Mask, he was. I think a good actor and a character that many people are a fan of because he's a Batman villain. Most Batman villains are great. The Penguin, the Joker, the Riddler, especially Two-Face and Dr. Freeze, and Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, who's the main character. The main characters weren't too bad. Especially Huntress. I personally related to her because she tries to be cool, but she's just not. She's just socially awkward, and of course, most comic book fans are socially awkward. It's just a fact of life, isn't it? But yeah, we were so full of life, full of energy. We were so excited for the new year, and then we realised, oh yeah, China was dealing with a virus. And yeah, that virus came to bite us back in the ass, didn't it? Oh yeah, and also we saw Doctor Who and Star Trek The Next Generation ruined, basically. Well, not ruined, but soured the taste of seeing the TARDIS and seeing Jean-Luc Picard ever again. They just soured the taste of seeing those things. Well, not really. I just tried to drink as much bleach to get rid of the memory of the Timeless Children, really, and Star Trek Picard. Well, I haven't watched it, but from what I've seen, it's under the same people who made Discovery, and I tried watching that, and I could not go through Discovery. Okay, it was a bore. I was just not interested, and far too many scenes of people speaking Klingonese. Yeah, Klingonese is all right for the occasional scene, but not for half of an entire episode. There's a reason why the universal translator was used. Also, what about deaf people as well? I mean, come on. Think about them. Well, they're blind people, I mean. But yeah, those soured those franchises for me. And due to poor writing and poor execution and poor directing as well sometimes. Some of the lines just come across as cringy, especially the one where Riker says, where Picard spouts out, "So you want to be ass deep in Romulans your whole entire life." Those came from a renowned Shakespearean actor, a man who is so respected and probably has won an Oscar or two. The man who acted in The Next Generation. He starred in The Inner Light. The Sarek scene is one of the best scenes in all. The scene where Picard experiences all of Sarek's emotions is one of the best scenes of all time, and he acts his heart out in all of the scenes, even in bad episodes. I still liked Patrick Stewart's performance, well, outside of season 1 and 2, but they were working out their kinks. With this, at least in seasons 1 or 2 of Star Trek, we didn't have to, of Star Trek Next Generation, we didn't have to hear Captain Jean-Luc Picard say, "So you want to be ass deep in Romulans your whole entire life." I don't know about you, I just didn't like that scene. That scene, the whole entire show is just depressing and dull, and there's no levity to it. There's no charm. There's no wondrous adventure. There's no intrigue. They tried to set up an intriguing mystery, but the mystery was already solved by the end of the time. I wonder if the woman, the Romulan lady in black is behind it all. Yeah, basically. And the villains were stupid because they practically fucked up their whole entire species for no reason outside of their hatred of androids. They hate them so much that they never mentioned it. Way before they could have killed Data. They never expressed any hatred to androids in their whole, or synthetic life as they call them, in all of Star Trek The Next Generation. None of the Romulans personally tried to kill Data. Data, Lore, and B4 have been walking about. Android life has been walking about, like, without anybody trying to kill them, without any Romulan spies trying to kill them, and even certain cyberneticists are on Romulus. So this is an integral part of the show, the whole point of the show. The show wouldn't have happened if this didn't happen. But it did happen. What? How? Like, I'm not even angry that they broke continuity. I'm just angry that it just doesn't make sense. With all of Star Trek, you're contradicting most of The Next Generation, guys. Like, did you even watch any Romulan episodes? Or how about all the time? Like, Data, they could have killed Data in any of the episodes they create that were Romulans, but no, they don't go after Data. They don't try to destroy all synthetic life. Even the Doctor, they didn't like show any like personal hatred towards synthetic life against the Doctor. No. So where did this come from? And this is like the whole main premise of the show. So it fundamentally falls flat when nobody has mentioned this thing that's always been there, but just so happens to be not there anymore. It wasn't there beforehand. How? Could you explain? Seriously, Alex Kurtzman, I want some answers in Star Trek Picard Season 2, or maybe make a good story, but I know you're physically incapable of making a good season with a few bumps and a few errors there. It has to be either a mixed bag with some god-awful episodes and some alright episodes and maybe some really good episodes, but it's just really mixed with all of its quality, or some dreadful, absolutely dreadful and fundamentally flawed drama. And that's my review of Star Trek Picard season 1. It just doesn't work, and also it's just no fun, and none of the cast has chemistry, and also some of the characters are really boring, and some of them borderline on to Mary Sue. They do. Anyway, going on to the positives, we got The Mandalorian this year. And from what I've heard, I haven't seen The Mandalorian, but it's a good show. They brought back Boba Fett and finally had him do something, which is so great to see Boba Fett actually do something after his mishandling in The Return of the Jedi. Finally, we got Legends Boba Fett, the one that can kick serious ass, which is great. We got the final season of the Clone Wars, which I've seen some clips online, and I have to say, I actually cried at a few of them, and I cried at the end. Yeah, we got, like, the episodes with those annoying twin sisters, but we did get the Siege of Mandalore, and the Bad Batch arc was a fun, nice action romp with the Heavy from Team Fortress 2, any generic sniper you see in films, Jeff Goldblum's character from Independence Day, and Rambo, basically, and like a clone trooper as well, and a Jedi, basically. That's basically what that plot was, really, and it was a fun plot. I liked it, and I liked that the droids were finally using the clones against them, and another clone against them, which is actually kind of novel. And Anakin does do a bit of dark side dabbling in there, and the Order 66 scene you really felt Order 66, and like Siege of Man, like him about to talk more with Ahsoka made like Revenge of the Sith more tragic, because that's the reason why he was so happy at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. So it kind of helps Revenge of the Sith, which is already a great film, elevate it even more so with the context that Anakin's fall to the dark side was more tragic than we could possibly imagine. Anyway, enough of that. There was a certain virus from China that fucked us over this year. Yes, a certain virus from China. You know what it is? It's obviously the Black Death 2. Well, it felt like it this year. You might as well call COVID-19. Oh shit! I mean the unknown virus from China that we don't know the cause of or what happened. It's not because of the maltreatment of China's citizens or anything. As you can see, I had to say China. Why? Like, okay, conspiracy hat time. I think COVID-19 was made on purpose. This is just way too coincidental. The Chinese government might, and I'm not blaming, like, and I feel like the citizens of China deserve a better government, not a communist dictatorship or a fascist. I don't know what kind of, like, dictatorship it is. It's a dictatorship. All dictatorships are the same. Robert Lewis 2020. I'm going to copyright that. That is going to be on my gravestone. Robert Lewis from 2003 to 2069. All dictatorships are the same, which they are. I'm against tyranny in all forms. I'm not just against fascism. I'm against, like, communism. I'm against all forms of dictatorship. I want freedom, but not freedom that like, that, like, puts other people's health at risk, which is what happened mainly. No, we didn't unite in a common cause. Humanity didn't unite to stay indoors and, like, actually, like, wear masks, and if you can, like, stay 2 meters away, and wash your hands if you have, like, well, hand sanitizer is alcohol, and it's horrible. Like, if you don't properly, like, rub it in there so much that you can't smell it on your hands, you're gonna taste it if you're gonna, like, pick up a burger. Then, after you pick up the burger, you can taste the hand sanitizer, and it's absolutely disgusting. So, yeah, I really do fucking hate hand sanitizer. I much prefer soap, because soap isn't as nasty and as grotty as hand sanitizer. I fucking hate hand sanitizer. 2 meters, you can't do that most of the time, really. But one thing that you can't ignore when in an enclosed environment and not in fresh air is a fucking face mask. All you do is put the face mask on, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. You can save some lives. But no! You decide to not wear a mask because it's impeaching my freedoms or some shit. And some of you buggers, like, blame 5G for this. Which is a fucking stupid idea to blame this on 5G when 5G didn't come from the Chinese government, okay? It didn't come from the Chinese government. Come on, guys. Like, there's no reason. How does Wi-Fi cause viral infections? How is that possible? Also, there's this World War II veteran who, like, ran a lot and people donated him money and he's quite popular. Yeah, only people from the UK would know him. Oh yeah, there's also that guy that was, like, selling, like, potatoes or something, or onions, and he went and he disguised himself as an onion. Also, toilet paper fiasco, absolutely selfish of you. It just goes to show how selfish humans are. That you would take away other people's toilet paper and you would not wear a mask because something as simple as wearing a mask. Like, my face is fucking ugly. I want to wear a mask. I don't want to scare people. No, Robert, don't, okay? But yeah, stop being so selfish. And that's what we should learn from this year. Stop thinking about yourselves all the goddamn time and take the necessary precautions. Think about others and don't stop thinking about yourself. If you have this... But the economical crash is going to be fucking awful. We're all going to be poor. The rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer. And middle class are going to just stay. And of course that's usual, but it's going to... Oh, Jesus. I don't have it. That's just a cold, okay? I think. My throat is a bit sore. But I don't think that is COVID-19 or anything. I hope it isn't. I hope it's not COVID-19. I hope I don't have it. But hey, we got Mulan to watch and Artemis Fowl. Oh God, those films I've heard are absolute dumpster fires. Plus Mulan, yet again the Chinese government was involved in that. And yeah, wow. Yeah. There's been some good albums. The Strokes finally released an album. That wasn't too bad. And Paul McCartney released McCartney 3 on the 50th anniversary of the... on the 40th anniversary of McCartney 2, actually. But yeah, he made McCartney 2, and 1 in years where he broke up with his band. Like, McCartney 1 was made when he broke up with the Beatles. McCartney 2 was made when he broke up with Wings. This is made because of the fucking pandemic. But yes, there has been... But it's not been all... But we've all stayed in fucking doors for so long that for a while I forgot what the outside world was. I forgot what a human face looked like. Outside of my mum's face and my dad's face, I forgot what it was like to be outside. And yet again, we're in tier 3 and we're going to be stuck indoors. We're going to do remote learning. Oh, God. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, man. Also, a lot of films were delayed in 2020 as well. You got the new James Bond film where they're going to introduce 00 agent, the new black female 007. Instead of making her like, I don't know, like 0012 or some shit, they made her 007. And they say, she's not replacing Bond, she is a different agent. Purposely missing the point that, like, agent names are not handed out like fucking willy-nilly. Also, let's remember like the death of George Floyd. And remember how people soiled his name in the name of their own personal gain and their own anger. You're so fucking angry that you decide to trash places and loot places. Riots, basically. I'm not doubting that there were some, like, good things, but anyway, but most people want to, like, not, like, teach people, but instead now we want to, like, lock them up, put them in jail. That's not how you deal with racism. That's the opposite of what you should deal with racism. That's not how racism should work. At all. Like, I don't believe racism should be tackled that way. I believe we should talk to one another and show racists the light. We shouldn't shun racists. We should remember that even the most horrible people on this planet Earth are humans. Yeah, they may be psychopaths, but psychopaths can be trained if they learn to love and care for other people that aren't necessarily like you. We're both flesh and bone. We are all flesh and bone. We are all the same people. We're all floating in the universe on a rock. The universe is too big for us to be squabbling with each other. There's so much to explore, so many civilizations. New life and new civilizations boldly going where no one has gone before. And yet, we decide to be so egotistical and so hateful towards each other, no matter who we are. It's all about whose side are you on. Instead of talking to each other and acting like adults, you act like children. It's fucking upsetting. Okay, I'm getting fucking angry. That's how much 2020 affected my mental health. That's how much I don't want to see this year ever again. I don't want to see a year like this. I want this all to be over with. I'm sick of being at my home. I'm sick of not being able to see my friends and hanging out in swimming pools, in parks, in cinemas. I miss going to the cinema. I actually liked going to the cinema because I didn't go to it often. I did it as a treat. I want to go out with my girlfriend. I want to have a normal life. I don't want to be here. I don't want people to hate each other. I hate that. And because of the presidential election, people hate each other. They still hate each other. They still try to shun each other. They still don't try to see one eye to eye and see we're all human beings. We should have seen that this year. We should have seen it. Why didn't we see it? There's a dream in my mind where we all work together. We all set aside our differences and work for a common cause, and it should have happened this year. But we were too busy thinking about ourselves, thinking about like gaining welfare, gaining money and shit, and like fucking not. But we should have just been kind, nice to one another. Be nice. Stop being. And don't tell me that the year doesn't change, because I'm sick of being told that next year will be worse, because that's just gonna make me feel worse. That's just gonna make me feel sadder. It's just gonna make me feel angrier. It's just gonna affect my mental health more. And I don't care about political movements. I don't care about Black Lives Matter, believe it or not. But I think I want to be friends with all the black people. I want to be friends with all the white people. I want to be friends with all the Asian people, all the Hispanic people, all the gay community, anybody in the LGBTQ plus community. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you back. If you're a woman, I'll be nice to you. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you back. I will try to be nice to everybody I see. I try to be nice, and people should realise this, that everybody should try to be nice and not try to be awful human beings. And try to write a good story. Try to write good political stories. Make the difference. Don't condescend your audience. Stop talking down to the people that you're trying to teach, and stop with this Hollywood nepotism. The only lesson I think we've learned from this is that Hollywood's losing money, and thank Christ, because like movies have been going down on a downward spiral for the last few years. But I had to say, at least I managed to catch up on my guitar playing, and I actually got better. I improved myself this year, despite the fact I was locked in here going fucking insane. I can actually play a guitar solo. I can play proper chords. I can like play this. See, I can actually fret stuff. I can play stuff. I can play like my favorite songs. I can. Hang on, I need a pick. Shit. But I can play stuff. I can play Stairway to Heaven. I can play it like this. Also, I've tried being nice to other people. I've tried, and I've succeeded some of the time. Most of the time. Okay, not most of the time, but I try to be nice. And I understand that the problem could be me. But if somebody wasn't being nice to me previously and was just being an absolute cunt to me, I'm not going to be nice to them back. And that's just simple as, unfortunately, for anybody. So, yes, my message to you for New Year's Day. Let's hope this year's going to be in 2021's going to be a better one. And yes, we're out of this year. We need to make 2020 a better one. It won't be automatically better. You need to make 2021 a better year. Because if it's not a better year next year, we're doomed. So be nice to people, wear your face mask, and shut the hell up about my personal freedoms when going into, shops, okay? End of. And I will see you in the next year. I'm wishing you all a happy new year. Don't drink too much. But yeah, this year has been an emotional roller coaster. Some of these, it's been tough. It's been absolutely tough. But with your support, and my friends' support, and my girlfriend's support, I've managed to go through 2020 unscathed. I actually really, and there might be some hope in the future. With the vaccine coming around later on, we might actually get through, we might pull through this next year. Let's just make that, but I'm not going to assume it's going to get better. It probably won't, but all we got is faith. We got faith at the moment, and that's all I have. And I'll see you all in the next video. I'll see you next year. This is goodbye from Robert in 2020. My birthday is coming up. And yeah, there hasn't been much going on in the realm of entertainment, but there was that fucking disturbing film, Cuties. People were admitted to watching that film and enjoying themselves. Pleasing themselves. That's so disturbing as well. Christ, do they even interact with other human beings? Really? Anyway, I think my welcome is over. But I thought about this long and hard, you see. Honestly, I'm hoping I might release a review of Revolution of the Daleks tomorrow. But if it's not going to be good, then I'm not releasing a review at all, really. If it's not, okay at best, then I'm not releasing a review. I'm just going to, say, no, I'm not releasing a review. I am not reviewing a piece of garbage. Because I did not review The Timeless Children. And then I swear on my life I wouldn't have reviewed it at all. Anyway, we're past the 40-minute mark. So, yeah, I hope you have a good Christmas. Not good Christmas. I hope you have a happy New Year. Good wishes to you. I hope you stick to your New Year's resolutions all year round. And my New Year's resolution is going to be more nicer and be optimistic. Because I'm always looking on the bad side of things. But at this point, everybody is looking at the bad side of things. And I'm an absolute contrarian. So I am going to look at the good side of things instead. Because, yeah, I'm a contrarian. See you all in the next one next year. I'll see you next year. Bye.